If there was a Mount Rushmore of pro-gun judges, you would have Justice Clarence Thomas, Judge Benitez out in California, and the Northern District's own Judge Reed O'Connor. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, Wolverines? Happy Sunday. This is John Crump News, where we discuss 2A every day. I'm your host, John Crump, and I'm asking you to do me a big favor. Go ahead and sub to the channel. It helps with engagement, and engagement will propagate the signal out to the masses, and people will learn about their gun rights. Today, we are sponsored by our friends at Gideon Optics. Gideon Optics makes some of the best optics at an affordable price. So why spend money on an optic where you can get a cheaper optic that is just as good? Go ahead and check out Gideon Optics, and for a limited time, you can use code CRUMPY and get 10% off and free shipping on all orders. If there is a judge that is a district court judge that deserves a Christmas card, that would be the judge for the Northern District of Texas, Reed O'Connor. Reed O'Connor has been kicking the ATF in the balls for a while now. Reed O'Connor vacated the pistol frames rule, and he issued multiple injunctions. The Supreme Court stayed all that, but he did issue them all. He's also issued injunctions in the pistol stabilizing brace rule. He has been taking it to the ATF for a while. He issued a TRO and the force reset trigger stuff, and now he has went farther and issued a preliminary injunction in the National Association for Gun Rights versus Garland. NAGR sued over the ATF's enforcement of the NFA dealing with force reset triggers. The ATF has been trying to portray force reset triggers as machine guns. And thanks to this case, we know that the ATF has at least charged 3 people with NFA violations for having force reset triggers. They have also been going door to door trying to confiscate force reset triggers from people. And now the ATF has a preliminary injunction against them that should stop all that nonsense. So let's go ahead and talk about what is going on. In order to get a preliminary injunction, you need several different things. You need to prove irreparable harm. You have to have standing as well. And since the ATF is trying to prosecute people for having force reset triggers, that gives the plaintiffs in the case standing, because there is a real threat of ATF action against them. And the ATF refused to say that they wouldn't take action against them. So that gave them standing. And if you're going to be charged with a crime, that also gives you irreparable harm. What the ATF did was take the whole standing issue and the irreparable harm issue, packaged it all up, stuck it on a silver platter, and handed it to the plaintiff in the case. The judge also ruled that their expansion of power was arbitrary and capricious, meaning that they cannot do that. The judge called the NFA unambiguous, basically saying that it is clear a machine gun is a single function of a trigger, and a force reset trigger does not act by a single function of a trigger. Also, the NFA says that a machine gun has to work automatically, and he says that a force reset trigger does not work automatically. The ATF is trying to call these things auto-sears, and the judge points out that these are not auto-sears. They don't work like auto-sears, and they are definitely not auto-sears. He highlighted Cargill versus Garland, which was the Michael Cargill case that challenged the bump stock rule that won it en banc at the 5th Circuit before the Supreme Court stayed that decision, because of course they would. But he highlighted that the 5th Circuit said that these are the rules that make a machine gun under the NFA, which was passed by Congress, and the ATF cannot change that definition because Congress never delegated them the authority to change the definition of a machine gun. So they cannot do that. And Judge O'Connor says on the face of it, it appears that's exactly what the ATF is doing. So that's all that is going on here. I just wanted to make a quick little video to let you know that there is a preliminary injunction, and now the next step would be for the court to hear the merits of the case. But the judge ruled that the most important thing is the likelihood to succeed on the merits of the case, that the plaintiffs did prove that. Now, who is covered by this preliminary injunction? All NAGR members and anyone that bought from Rare Breed Triggers. So Rare Breed Triggers and their downline, so that means any customers for Rare Breed Triggers are covered under this preliminary injunction. And since they make most of the force reset triggers, almost everyone is covered. And also the named plaintiffs in the case. So the next step is for the courts to hear the merits of the case and decide whether to issue a permanent injunction or not. I am positive the ATF is going to appeal and go to a 3-judge panel on the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals and ask them to stay the preliminary injunction. I doubt that they will do that, and I don't think the ATF will go en banc. I think what they would do is go to the Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court for another stay. But this is a victory for us. I'm making a short little video here because it's already late. I've been busy all day. But I just wanted to get this out on a Sunday night to let you guys know. I have a Discord. I'm going to pin it down in the pinned comment down below. But remember, stay vigilant, stay free, keep in the fight. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you like what I do here. Like I said, engagement, 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 engagement. Engagement is key. So with that, I'm out of here. Wolverine's mother. I interrupt the closing of this video to ask you a question. If you notice there were fireworks there, that's not put in by my editing software. Somehow the video got fireworks overlaid onto it. I record in QuickTime, and the camera that I use is an Insta360. So I'm not really sure where the fireworks came from. I've never seen that happen before, but I am very, very curious. I tried Googling it. I couldn't find anything. So if you know why QuickTime put fireworks over the video because it outputted with fireworks over top of it, I would really, really like to know, because I'm not exactly sure why there's fireworks, and I didn't put them there. It's just weird. So help me out here, guys. All right, guys, that's it. Wolverine's motherfucker.